Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 14 in college football, and we're going to tackle a whole bunch of games from college football Week 14 that I asked Joe Duffy to take. A lot of big, high-profile games. First one's going to be Michigan, Ohio State. Joe Duffy, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you for having me, Mr. Loshak.
All right, Joe. Before we get your thoughts on Michigan, Ohio State, you know, it's Thanksgiving week, so I'm going to say that I'm thankful for you before every video that we do this week because it's 100% true. One of the main reasons I'm thankful for you is that you cover any game that I ask you to take. You know, a lot of other handicappers will only take 1 or 2 games a week, only the games they have big edges on. You'll take anything I throw at you. Joe Duffy, explain to everyone why you do that and why you have so much confidence in your handicapping abilities.
Yeah, no, I'm thankful that I have quite a few clients that have been with me for decades, going back to my score phone days at Joe Duffy's Picks, including some people I know that first saw us here on SBR forums, so I'm thankful for that. But look, I do this full time. It's been my only occupation for 27 years, and it's also my hobby. Nice combo. So I live and breathe sports handicapping.
Well, Ohio State right now is a 21-point home favorite. That's been bet up a bit from the opener of about 20. The total's 52.5, and at the opening line, I thought that Ohio State might be a decent bet. I did bet that a little bit, modestly at 20. Now it's at 21. And, mostly because we know Ohio State is absolutely rolling this year, right? In general, they have been a good bet, although they're just 2-3 against spread over the last 5. Michigan, though, it's been a very, very down year for them. They have had some decent games, but they're coming off a bad home loss as a favorite to Maryland. Now they're going into Ohio State, and I'm just not exactly sure that they're going to have. Maybe they will. Maybe they will have the mental fortitude to hang close here. But I'm guessing that Michigan's a team you want to be fading in this spot. Ohio State's a team that can certainly put up the points. And 3 touchdowns, all things considered, not a huge line. So I would lean Ohio State minus 21. What do you think, Joe Duffy?
Yeah, no, I'm actually going to go with the other side. One of the keys here is the mental state of Michigan. And look, I did some research, and according to really all the people that are very close to the program, the players support Brady Hoke. Even one beat writer went so far as to say, and this was an exact quote, Michigan's locker room still adores its football coach. I think that everyone knows that this is Brady Hoke's last game. Now, the truth is, if they pull off a huge upset here, they can actually qualify for a bowl. So, it's kind of a double motivation for a coach that the players still like. They can hopefully keep this game at least respectable for the coach and maybe pull off the upset and go to a bowl game. And remember, very similar situation where Ohio State, they came up short last year, or they came up short against the spread. They wound up winning the game by just 1 point, but came up well short as far as covering the spread. And I think that Ohio State's kind of in that mode where they might find themselves, as the old cliche says, playing not to lose rather than to win. I think it is a lot of points.
All right, well, that is an interesting take, Joe Duffy. So then your sense based on research, you saw this situation, you're like, all right, is Michigan going to have their head in this or not? And your interpretation is that they're going to be very, very into this game.
Yeah, no, and even one of the, I don't necessarily buy into that old adage where they talk about betting on double-digit underdogs in rivalry games. I found that to not necessarily be true. But what I do over the years, I've observed that especially when a team is underachieving, especially Devin Funchess, who's for Michigan, he's had a really underachieving year, but now he's kind of got to make a statement for the NFL scouts, and so often underachieving teams and underachieving players, they happen to rally around these rivalry games. So I think this is maybe one case where the rivalry underdog will come through. And again, I generally like going against teams where people say they have more motivation. In reality, they have more pressure, Ohio State does, where Michigan, as I said, they still have enough motivation here, but not really so much pressure.
All right, and you think they have the talent then to hang within 3 touchdowns of Ohio State?
And I do, and I think, again, that Ohio State, as I said, we saw this last year, both against Michigan and then against Michigan State, where they got a little bit conservative. They were actually afraid to lose that game. And, yeah, Michigan, most people will tell you that their talent is much better than their record has been this year. And that's really been the case, I guess, the past couple years for Michigan under Brady Hoke, which is why this is going to be the last game he coaches at Michigan. But still, yeah, Michigan does have talent that's better than their record says.
All right, interesting case you've made here. Joe Duffy liking Michigan plus 21 over Ohio State. Thanks so much, Joe.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns. Big money free betting contests year-round. a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.